Good morning, everybody. It's Iryna, your relationship specialist with astrological influence. And today the topic is, should I change myself for my Mr. or Mrs. Destiny? Depends. The question is no, never ever try to be somebody else. First of all, because when you're trying to be somebody else, it means that your potential date or partner in life doesn't fall in love with real you. So it's gonna end up in a very bad way with a lot of disappointment, because your expectations about yourself doesn't meet reality, and it means that this relationship, they are not real, not truthful, not honest, not direct, and not transparent from the beginning. It doesn't work out this way. The second thing is that if you believe a little bit at least in God, higher spirit, or power of the universe, you're probably following that spirituality or religion or your personal belief. You are sure that everybody is meant to be with another person. So we all have like twin flames that's supposed to be together, and it's a very big gift from the sky to get to know that person, to meet, to recognize, and to understand. Because to meet your destiny for 1 second, it's one thing. To understand that it is your destiny and to catch that moment, it's a very different thing. So how do people recognize each other, that they are meant to be together? Usually it happens when you look into each other's eyes. It's some kind of eye contact, and we do believe that our eyes is a mirror of our heart and soul. And no matter what kind of mentality, religion, age, nationality you are, the most important is to find that person. When you get that feeling, when you see each other through, and you understand that that's your partner, and nobody else on the planet can replace that woman, a man, or man for you. So how do people fall in love? How do they recognize destiny in each other? Actually, we are all trying to change ourselves. This is a huge mistake. And I'm talking about appearance itself, and I'm talking about behavioral habits as well, and our manners. I would be very honest, when we are talking about being the best version of ourselves, that all these spiritual seminars or coaching technique teaches you, it's one thing. For example, when you love to run, and as soon as you train more and harder, you start to run better and you become a great athlete. That's number one thing. But if you are meant to be a painter and you try to change totally your body, your habits, and your talent and your gift from the sky and from God, it doesn't work out, because you don't have passion for that. You actually don't skill for that, not your body, not your soul, not your mind. So I will give you my own example. Once I met a guy, he actually wasn't my boyfriend. That was totally person that I only respected in my life, and actually we collaborated and worked together. But he was a great example how to take care of himself, and everybody who worked with him supposed to go into gym. That was his conclusion. You don't work with me if you don't take care of yourself. When I went to his office, I understood that, oh my God, I'm probably in some sportive center or high-end modeling agency, because everybody was perfect, everybody was ideal, everybody was so fit. So I started to take care of myself. Gym started to be a huge part of my everyday routine. Actually, now I thank him, because I feel good physically and mentally. Sports help you a lot. But when I met my man, after 8 years of everyday training, because in sports you have different sides, you have good and bad, like in every type of activity and event in your life, so there is some kind of payment with your health, with being exhausted, with having no desire to work out or to wake up next day anymore, when you're too much into that, when you are exaggerating with that, when you're not on your place in that moment. So I had that part too. I had health issues and so on and so on. When I met my man, who is my real man, my love, my destiny, he told me, you know what, I don't really like these 6 packs. So everything what I was fighting for these last 6 years, of course, besides my job and my education and so on and so on, I was fighting for my body and all these 6 packs that actually man who is my destiny doesn't need them. Of course, he doesn't like belly or something like that. He wants his woman to be nice and fit and to be beautiful next to him, but he's not what he's paying attention to. He's more into your heart, into your soul, into your general look, and what you are and who you are, where did you come from, and what you made yourself up by yourself. So when we are trying to change our habits, ourselves, on when kids start to smoke, because it's so modern and so cool, and all girls in the universities, they smoke. So I hate smoking. Or like, and for example, people, young girls, they try to be modern and cool like everybody else, and they start to, I don't know, go with the guys on the high speed with all these motorcycles or whatever. They are so scared. They don't really love it, but they do it. So, or they start to smoke, but they don't feel like smoking, but they do it. It means that they are changing themselves. So, what do you think when your man is coming to your life at the right moment and he sees you and your guys meant to be together, but he looks at you, you're smoking, you're drinking, I don't know, you're taking risk, and he really wants, for example, your Mr. Destiny, quiet, nice, pleasant, home atmosphere, I don't know, homebody, very nice woman. So, wherever we are trying to be not ourselves, or girls who are really homebodies, who are meant to be mothers, and they are trying to be business women, or business women who are trying to be that, so pleasant when they are so tough cookies and they know how to make it happen, but they understand that to play sexuality and to play being tender and so sweet, it's so nice, but one day this real personality is coming out. What I want to tell you, where I try to bring you to, be yourself, because there is always somebody for you there who will fall in love with real you. And we are talking not about your behavior, your heart, your manners, your traits, and your character in general, but as well about your appearance. There is such a very funny saying about that. When one girl's come to God and she's talking, she's praying and said, "Listen, God, I had so many dreams, so many signs from you, and I asked you all my life to get married with a tall, very handsome, very muscled, very good, very kind, very generous, very successful man, and you told me in one dream that it's gonna happen when I'm gonna be 30. I'm already 35. I'm not married. I'm broke. I'm not successful. I have nobody in my life." And he tells her, "You know what? I sent you the guy, but you made so many plastic surgeries that it was difficult to recognize you." Where I bring it, where we are trying to change our appearance, this is another part. When we are not satisfied with ourselves, as a woman, I can understand. It's never enough. Hair should be longer, I don't know, your shape should be stronger, better, mind more active, and never enough, never enough. We are trying to lose weight, we are trying to be somebody but ourselves. But the point is that whatever you don't like in yourself, it could be a scarf, it could be tattoo, it could be any kind of reminder of your past for you that you try to get rid of. For somebody else, that could be a sign that you are his woman or man. And this is a trigger for somebody to fall in love with you, because you all know classic psychology that we are falling in love with the guy who reminds our father, and women are falling in and opposite, and men are falling in love with a woman that reminds them their mother. That's very classic general astrology. Actually, and astrology and psychology speaks about that. I'm talking about different thing. I'm talking about triggers that let you recognize your partner. And maybe when you were in kindergarten and you fell in love with a girl and she had eyes looking in different sides, and you are trying, you're going to the doctors, you don't know how to fix it, and for your beloved one, potential date, that's going to be a sign that, oh my God, this woman, she's the most mysterious, the most interesting, the most, I don't know, beautiful, because she reminds me that little girl in the kindergarten. Or when we try to get rid of our scars, because I was athlete, I have broken my leg, and I'm so shy, I go to this laser, I resist handle pain, and I try to be something but not covered, and I want to make my skin beautiful. or tattoo or scar, whatever. You're trying to be somebody else. And maybe for your potential husband, that's going to be a sign, because I don't know, his mother had this similar scar, or his aunt, his iconic figure that was very special woman for him, or maybe teacher, I don't know, in the school, and he will see you and say, oh my God, she reminds me of that ideal woman in my imagination. So whenever we are trying to change ourselves, to cut our hair, to become blonde when you are not, I don't know, to lose weight when you're like really Monica Bellucci, beautiful, real woman style, and you try to run for those 6 packs, you know, and to be a great athlete, there is always somebody there for you. Try to be the best version of yourself. If you're speaking languages, pick up the other one. But don't do that for somebody else, because maybe your horrible accent, you know, will make somebody to fall in love with you the way you are, because his grandmother came from that zone and area in the world. There is, everything in life has a special reason. Everything has a root, and this root actually can bring you to your own roots and to this beautiful love story that can start, because through those visual and behavioral triggers, your potential date, your beloved one, your Mr. or Mrs. Destiny can recognize you. And from here, this gift and this special blessing from the sky starts. I wish you love with all my love, faith in you. Iryna.